Tonight at the Kansas City Star, we have the story of a 62-year-old Grandview cowboy who is adopting his two nephews. Also in Kansas City, a child injured by a policeman's bullet after a strange car chase. And from reporter Scott Cannon, a renewed push to raise Missouri's cigarette tax, which is the lowest in the country. Check those stories out at kansascity.com.
This is Joe Robertson at the Kansas City Star, and got a story in that's about Ken Hunt, who describes himself as an honest-to-goodness cowboy. But more so, he is going to be a adoptive parent. He's taken on two of his nephews in a case of what they call the extreme recruitment cases. These are boys who needed a home, needed some help, and he, at the age of 62, is stepping up and going to be their father. It's a good story. Look for it on kansascity.com.
I'm Scott Cannon, a reporter here at the Star, working on a story you should see about Missouri's cigarette tax. It's the lowest in the country at 17 cents a pack. Several times groups have tried to raise that tax. They've always failed, but 3 years ago they narrowly failed. So now 3 groups are pushing to raise a tax. Interestingly, one of them is the Convenience Store Association, which generally opposes higher cigarette taxes, but it seems to think that something's inevitable, so it's pushing for a lower increase in the tax. Meantime, a higher education group and an early childhood development group are pushing separate tax proposals, competing with each other and with the Convenience Store Association. So take a look at the Star, see what you think.
In tomorrow's paper, we'll have a story about an infant who was struck apparently by a policeman's bullet. The officer fired a shot at the vehicle in which the child was in after the motorist tried to run over the motorcycle officers. This happened Friday morning, started at 31st and Bruce Watkins Drive. An officer tried to pull over a vehicle for a traffic violation. The vehicle continued on. The officer didn't try to chase him. However, the vehicle ended up at 37th and Jackson, left empty. Police arrived. They found some infants, took care of the infants, and took 2 people into custody, still trying to sort everything out. That story and others will be in tomorrow's paper in the Kansas City Star and on kansascity.com.